All right, everybody, thank you for coming back to Module 2 to Calma University. Today we're going to focus on pulse meters and where that wiring goes into the actual motherboard, so stay with me. So if you watched Module 1 already that has to do with the actual electrical wiring, make sure that you take all these 4 screwdrivers out and do not let hang this faceplate from this ribbon or this power wire. So we're going to disconnect just like we did in Module 1. And again, just to summarize or go back into it, this rivets, make sure that they're facing down when you put this thing back. So we're gonna set this thing aside. We're going to discuss the FMOG DEF pulse meter. A lot of the diesel pulse meters as well have the same wiring configuration. So all the pulse meters, if you take your sheets out on the electrical connections, you'll notice on the left module here, which is your first, second, and third slot, that's where we're going to hook up our pulse meter. So the DEF pulse meter has several wires. The yellow one, it's going to be your power wire. That's gonna go in your very first slot. Then we're gonna have 2 wires that are associated with signals or channels. So you can use either or. This meter has channel 1 and channel 2 wiring. It doesn't matter which one you use. You can pick the white one or the green one, and that needs to go in slot number 2. The last wire that you're going to consider in this setup is going to be your brown wire. That's going to be your ground going into your 3rd slot. Okay, so we just finished wiring a DEF pulse meter. If you get closer and look at a diesel pulse meter, the same wiring applies when you have your power, you have your signal, and your brown is going to be your ground. So yellow power, brown is ground, and then your 2 green and white signal wires. Same thing, we're going to hook them up on the left, starting, excuse me, with the bottom one as being the power wire on the top, followed by the signal, and then ending with the ground. Now, what's interesting is that the FMT3, or perhaps some of the other meters you may encounter, only has 2 wires. So you have signal and you have ground. So at this point, what you're going to do is simply just bypass the power requirement. So we're going to take your signal into your 2nd slot, and you're going to take your ground into the 3rd slot. Nothing will be available in the 1st slot, which is power. So that's the FMT3 on my right, the diesel FMOG 100 in the middle, and then to my left is going to be the FMOG DEF pulse meter.